"Your name Arlo Jones?" the man asked, hitching up his pants as he placed his foot on the bottom step.
"Yes, sir." "Anybody here with you?" the lady asked.
Arlo gulped. For a moment he considered lying, but then they would probably ask to go inside, and how would Arlo explain why no one was at home?
"I live with my grandpa,"
he said finally. The lady glanced sideways at the man. "Your grandpa named Albert Sabatini?" the man asked.
"Yes."
Arlo's shoulders stiffened.
"Is he all right?"
"Don't worry," the lady said. "Your grandpa's at the hospital now. The paramedics took him to Marshborough General."
"Hospital?"
Arlo's heart ricocheted in his chest. "Mr. Finucci was taking out the garbage," the man explained. "You know Finucci's?" Arlo nodded. "Finucci found your grandpa climbing out of the dumpster, or trying to. Seems he didn't quite make it before he passed out."
"Passed out?"
"He was unconscious when they found him," the man said.
Poppo was in a dumpster?
Arlo thought about the garbage strewn around the trash can at the ball field last week, and the can of Vienna sausages. The lady police officer squatted down till she was eye level with Arlo.
"We thought you'd like to see him," she said.
Arlo started toward their car. "Don't you need to call somebody first?" the man asked. Arlo looked at him. "You know, an uncle or aunt, somebody like that?"
"You should have somebody with you," the lady added.
The name Ida Jones skipped across Arlo's mind. But even if he thought she could help him, he had no idea what her phone number was or how to reach her. The man stared at Arlo. "Mr. Finucci said your grandfather kept calling for some guy named Frankie," he said. "How about calling him?"
"It might be worth a try,"
the lady police officer suggested. Arlo looked down at his feet.
"Frankie's dead,"
he said.
"He was Poppo's little brother."
"Oh." The man exchanged glances with the woman. "That's too bad, kid." Then nobody said anything for a minute, until finally the man cleared his throat and the lady asked another question.
"So there's nobody?"
she asked.
"Just Poppo,"
Arlo said.
"You're shivering,"
the lady said.
"We'd better get you in the car."
The man parked the police car in the lot for the emergency room. Arlo followed him inside with the lady officer bringing up the rear. They walked through a set of double doors to a window where a woman in a nurse's uniform was typing on a computer. "They brought this kid's grandpa in an hour ago," the man told the nurse.
"Name?"
the nurse asked without looking up. "Sabatini," the man said. The nurse stopped typing. She raised her head and looked at Arlo. Was it Arlo's imagination, or did she let out a small groan? Then she looked at the man.
"They moved him to ICU," she said.
And Arlo felt the lady officer put a hand on his shoulder. Both officers stayed with Arlo in the waiting room until a nurse came.
"Would you like to see your grandfather now?"
the nurse asked.
"Yes, please,"
Arlo said.
"I can take him in,"
the nurse said to the two officers. The man gave Arlo a small salute. "Take care of yourself, kid," he said as he stood to leave.
"Hope your grandpa's okay,"
the lady officer said.
"Thanks,"
Arlo said. His heart jumped around in his chest as he followed the nurse through the double doors. According to the clock, it was 10 minutes past 8. The lights were dim in intensive care. Curtains on metal rods were all that separated one bed from another. Arlo was almost afraid to see how bad Poppo looked. But when the nurse pulled back the curtain, Poppo looked pretty much the same as Arlo remembered him, except for the bandage over his right eye. His hair was scraggly, and he hadn't shaved for a few days, but Arlo had gotten used to those changes already. Poppo hadn't looked like his usual self since way back.